Vandana, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about peer pressure and how we can handle it maturely and rationally. So peer pressure is when friends or peers try to get you to do or not to do certain things. These things can be either positive or negative. However, the choice is yours about whether you give in or not. Being strong, smart, and bold includes making good decisions when it comes to peer pressure. Being strong means that you are making positive and healthy choices for yourself. Being smart means that you are looking at the risks and consequences of participating in certain behaviors. Being bold means that you are able to walk away from situations even if that means that you aren't agreeing with your peers. Sometimes when you are pressured into doing something, it might sound like an obligation, especially if your friend is pressuring you. But if you feel uncomfortable, you shouldn't have to agree to participate in that behavior. Sometimes you might feel like you would lose friendships if you say no. You can handle these situations by remembering that you're a strong, smart, and bold girl who can be assertive and confident when you are refusing risky behaviors that you don't want to be a part of. There are ways in which you can say no to negative peer pressure and risky behaviors without actually ruining a friendship. You can do this by using the 4 Ds of refusal. So the first D is defining what you are being pressured to do. So this is the first step, and you're trying to figure out what your friend is trying to get you to do. Ask a lot of questions so that you're able to understand what you're being asked of. Some of these questions may include, what are we doing there? Who else is going to be there? If you feel like your friend isn't being honest with you about what you're doing, state exactly what you think that they're trying to get you to do. The second D is determining the risks and consequences. So this means that you are identifying as many risks and consequences as you can for this behavior. Make sure that you tell your friends these so that they understand as well. Some of these risks and consequences may include loss of parents' trust, detention, illness, feelings of guilt, or even losing the respect of others, friends, and peers. The third D is deciding what you will do instead. Think of an activity that you can do instead of the risk behavior that you chose not to participate in. A really good way to maintain a friendship while refusing is to suggest another activity. Make sure you use strong, assertive body language and maintain eye contact to show that you have made up your mind. If your friend still refuses, end the conversation and maybe suggest that they join you later. The fourth D is doing the alternate activity or departing if necessary. If your friend tries to make you change your mind, don't listen to them, just leave. Do the other activity that you actually wanted to do and enjoy it. So now we're going to go through some scenarios to show how you can use the 4 Ds of refusal. So the first scenario. Grades are coming out soon and you and your best friend are both worried about failing science. You and your friend know that your teacher leaves the computer on during lunch. Your friend tries to talk you into sneaking back into the classroom during lunch so that you can change your grades in the teacher's records. Hey, I know we're both doing really bad in science, so we should sneak back into the classroom during lunch. You know that the teacher leaves her laptop open during lunch. Are you asking me to sneak back into the classroom to change our grades for science? Yeah, what's the big deal? It's not like the teacher is going to notice, so might as well. Her fault for leaving the laptop open. Yeah, but we could get caught by the teacher or other staff that work at the school, and that means that we could get detention or worse, expelled or suspended. And they would call our parents, which means that we would lose our parents' trust as well. Come on, no one is even going to notice. Stop being so scared. How about we just go and talk to the teacher about how we can do better rather than cheat? Maybe we can ask her if we can do some extra credit for science. We wouldn't even get that good of a grade just by doing some extra credit. That's a waste of time. We should just change the grades. I'm really not comfortable doing this, so I'm going to talk to the teacher about my grades instead. If you change your mind, you can let me know later and we can talk to the teacher together after school. But I'm not going to go in during lunch and change my grades. This scenario went through all the 4 Ds of refusal. I made sure to ask exactly what the risk behavior was, and I listed possible risks and consequences as well. Then I proposed an alternate activity and ended the conversation when the friend wasn't complying. So the second scenario that we're going to go through is it's Saturday night and your parents have gone out. You're supposed to stay home, but your friend told you that there's a party nearby with older kids and drinking. Your friend calls you and asks you to go to the party with her. Hey, so I know your parents aren't home right now. How about we go to the party that the older kids are throwing? Who else is going to be there, and what would we even be doing? Oh, it's all the popular and cool kids from high school. Someone told me that there would be fun games and maybe a little drinking. We should totally go. I don't know if that's a good idea. We don't even know these kids, and I would be betraying my parents' trust because they told me to stay home and we're also underage, so I don't know if I want to get caught drinking. Yeah, but we would be back before your parents come home, and it's gonna be fun. Come on. I don't think it's a good idea to go to this party, but maybe I can ask my parents for you to come over and we can have a movie night at my house instead. That sounds fun too. I guess we can do that this time. This scenario went through the 4 Ds of refusal, just like the last one. I made sure to ask what we were doing at the party, who was going to be there, and I also made sure to list the risks of going to the party, and then I suggested another fun alternate activity to still maintain my friendship while refusing. So overall, peer pressure is normal, and it happens to almost everyone. But it's very important that it's handled maturely, and we need to be confident and assertive when we are respectfully saying no to peer pressure. So, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you guys learned something new from it.